What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Nikki, and I am back. Y'all, I hope y'all having a good Wednesday today. I woke up. Well, actually, y'all, let me tell y'all. Golden State need to start playing their games a lot earlier. Sometimes they do, but majority of the time, their game come on at 10 o'clock, and I be trying to go to sleep. Your girl was fine. I was like a baby fighting to stay up and watch that game. And I was so mad because I watched a little bit of the first quarter. By the time I woke up, it was like halftime. Trying to stay up and watch the third quarter. By the time I woke up, it was 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I said, Lord, I don't miss the whole game. But it's fine. But I really be want to watch the game. I guess something saying, girl, that game is not more important. You need to take your butt to sleep. Which I do. Which I do. So I ain't really mad. But I just wish that game plays a little sooner. Anyways, I ain't gonna cry about it. But we did win though. We did win. But anyway, so y'all, I woke up today in a very good mood. I can't say anything is hopping. I'm hopping over anything. I really don't wake up in bad mood. Sometimes I do wake up on the wrong side of the bed and I be feeling some kind of way. But I actually feel good this morning. I woke up and I listened to Sarah J. Roberts, and y'all, I can't even remember the title of the word that she was saying. That the word that she had, but I do remember. If y'all hear anything, that's my washing machine in the background. Um, like I choose. Sometimes I just choose the first thing that I see on my algorithm. I just choose it and not knowing where it's gonna lead, like where the word really gonna go. But so pretty much today, and a lot of the times, it's all about breaking generational curses and being like the only one in your family to do certain things. And I feel like at this certain time in my life, I am the only one in my family that really is trying to show other people in the family true love. Now, I told y'all about what I was doing last year, reaching out to people, telling people happy birthdays and stuff like that. Now, I'm not doing that this year because um I just feel as though this year may not be received as it was last year because some people like, I won't say misunderstand you, but they try to, like, they, whatever you do, they try to make it look like it is something that you was trying to do, or they don't receive it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel like my family really received exactly what it was that I was doing last year. So I'm trying to take a better approach at it. Which my approach that I feel like I need to do is get more into the word, read more of the Bible, because the what one thing that Sarah J. Roberts was saying in her word is, isolation leads to transformation. And sometimes you have to be isolated to get armored up and to prepare for what it is that God is actually calling you to do. Now, because it's deep down in my heart that I do feel as though I'm the one who's being called to really just show genuine love and try to just reach out to people, I don't feel as though, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know if that showed up on my screen, but I had to move that. But I don't feel as though I am necessarily ready to receive how people may take me. You know what I'm saying? Like with last year when I was doing everything, like even I know I spoke about it, but even with like how my cousin, the cousin that I say, every time I say the female cousin's my same age, every time I say, if I say the sky blue, she gonna say that red, even if it's blue. You know what I'm saying? It was just crazy. So I went on Thanksgiving. I put Happy Thanksgiving up there, and we do have another cousin that birthday was actually on Thanksgiving Day. I was not trying to disregard his birthday, but I just was saying Happy Thanksgiving to people. Only two people probably responded to me saying Happy Thanksgiving, and then here she comes on here saying Happy Birthday to my cousin that who birthday it was. And I was like, well, I know everybody done said probably happy birthday to him, but everybody's not saying happy Thanksgiving to each other because everybody want to be like that mad about something. Like, I don't understand it. I really don't. I really don't. I don't understand why it seemed like people just gotta have just this nasty way about each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say I don't want to do what I did last year, because I'm not ready to receive how these people really are trying to treat me. They're trying to treat me as if I've just done something so wrong to people, and I know that I haven't. I know that I haven't. I don't know if I was doing videos last year around the time when uh it was Mother's Day, and I was trying to do something for my mama who been gone 24 years at that time, and I was just trying to have a Mother's Day thing for her. Y'all, when I tell you I got so much backlash, and I know I have spoken about that, but I got so much backlash. Like, people want to, oh, this person know how to do shirts, and I'm like, well, I'm going to the person that I know. Like, it's a lot of people that do shirts, fine, but if I already talked to somebody about doing shirts, I'm not finna counsel who I said just because you know this person that do shirts. No. Like, it was just so much. It was just so much backlash. And I promise y'all, I'm not doing it ever. I'm not doing nothing where I include all of my family again. Especially not at this point. Because like I said, I need to get closer to God, read more of my Bible, and so that I could get a better understanding of what it is that he really want me to do, and want me to be. Now, I can't say I'm not trying to take on other people's problems. No. But I am trying to show people that regardless of what we've been through in the past, and I've always been this way. It's just that now, like I said, I got a husband who now I'm living in a house, and I got this and I got that. People thinking that now, oh, she thinks she, I don't know, she thinks she did doing something now, something like that, when it really ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just right now I have more of a voice to say the things that I want to say, but it has nothing to do with what I have, the material things that I have, because I feel as though I'll be able to say these same things even if I didn't have my husband. I started this journey, wanted to do YouTube and wanted to tell my story to help other people when I was down and out, when I had done lost my job, when I, was going through my own personal issues. Like, that's when I wanted to start YouTube. It wasn't when I felt like I was at the height. My husband was overseas at the time. He wasn't even home. You know what I'm saying? It was just that I had to dig myself up out of that hole before I can actually talk to people and come on and actually start my videos. So that's why the video started here. But really, I have been wanting to do YouTube since I stayed in my apartment. I really did. Since I stayed in my apartment before we moved here, I've been wanting to do YouTube for the longest. I was telling my sister, I was telling my daughter, I'm gonna start my YouTube channel. I'm gonna start my YouTube channel, because I just feel like my story, everything that I've been through, can probably help the next person and help the next young girl who's coming up. That's why I talk about relationships and I talk about everything that I've been through, simply because I'm not afraid of my past. I'm not trying to hide anything in my past. I have been wronged, and I have done some things too that I'm not proud of. You know what I'm saying? But we all go through things. We all have something that we deal with, and before I met my husband, like you say, it's plenty of women. Hey, sometimes we have to, kiss a lot of frogs before we find our prince. You know what I'm saying? And I won't say I kissed a lot of frogs, because me, I'm the type of person, I go into things when I talk to people knowing what kind of person that is. I already know I'll grip if you're gonna take me serious and if I'm gonna take you serious. Like, I already know these things. So I don't expect nothing that I just want to, like, change a person and make you my man or something like that. No. If I ain't got nobody and you got a liking to me and I got a liking to you at the time, I may, indulge, but I'm not going to try to make anything out of the situation. No. But I'm just happy, you know what I'm saying, that my husband came along and he was single and I was single at the time, and we both just trying to make it work. I didn't know his background, he didn't know mine. You know, well, he knew that I worked at Little Caesars because that's where I met him at. But other than that, I didn't know really what he had going on. When he told me he was in the military, I didn't think he was just in the military to the point where he had done been in there for 20 years. And, you know, well, at that time it went 20 years, but now it's been 21 years, you know. But he's doing it part-time. And he has benefits from the things that has done. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't thinking about it like that because I've always been a ride or die girl. If I meet you and you got a job, at least we can build together. I never, you know what I'm saying, just wanted to meet somebody just for the benefits of what they can provide for me. I want to provide for each other. You know what I'm saying? And I really do thank my husband. I thank him because he really got me wanting to do more and become a better person. And he being in this relationship has just shown me I ain't got no reason to be mad about nothing because God is continuously blessing me. So why be mad? When God elevates your life, there's no reason for you to be mad or to treat people wrong. You might know how they is, but you ain't gotta treat them wrong. You ain't gotta treat people nasty and all this other stuff. Treat them good still. You ain't gotta like just overgive yourself, but you ain't gotta when they come around. You can smile. You ain't got no reason to be mad. God is blessing you in your life. You know what I'm saying? So that's my only point, y'all. My phone is really about to die, so I don't want it to hang up on y'all. But breaking generational curses and showing that people you can really genuinely love your family without it being no strings attached. You ain't even got to be around them every day. You know what I'm saying? But I can love you still. I can love you over the internet and I can love you in your face. It's hard for these people to get to know that because y'all, I'm be friends with family on Facebook and on Instagram and stuff like that, and I barely get a like on anything that I post. I don't get a like. I don't get nothing because people simply trying to keep me in a place where they feel like they got their foot on my neck. And baby, I'm sorry, you never had it on there, and with God keep blessing me, you would never have me in that place that I was before. So get to know the new Nikki. You know, get to know me for who I really am, truly am. So y'all, I just wanted to come on here and talk about, you know what I'm saying, my word and breaking generational curses and not being who other people want you to be, but being who you are through God and who you really want to be. And that's all my life is about. So I'm going to go ahead and end my video here. Y'all have an awesome day, awesome Wednesday, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.